Okay, I want to bring you guys a book from Earl Nightingale today. I brought you the other book a few days ago, or I filmed it a few days ago. I don't remember when I posted it, but today's book is Transformational Living, and the subtitle is Positivity, Mindset, and Persistence. And this book is tremendous because, like Lead the Field, it's very short. It's very concise. I think it's 140 pages at most, and in each and every page is like a handful of stories, a handful of things that you can start to apply into your life, and you could really reframe your mind and reframe success. And it's going to go about transforming your life if you can start applying these things, if you can start reprogramming your brain, if you could stop having limiting beliefs. And I'm going to bring you a few principles that I learned from this book, and it was super interesting because it's not that I've never heard these things, but it's the way Earl Nightingale really shares them that makes it have so much impact. Because you could say the same thing as somebody else, but it might not necessarily resonate with you because it was said in a way that doesn't paint an image in your head. It doesn't hit. It doesn't feel authentic. And Earl Nightingale does a really good job of articulating his thoughts and putting them in a way that each and every person can understand it. So the first thing I want to bring to you is the story of who lives here. And it's a very interesting story because the basic premise of it is that two guys are moving to a country. They both ask the same guy at a bar, who lives here? The first guy goes, who lives here? And the guy goes, well, what kind of people lived in your home country? And he goes, they were stuck up, they were lazy, they were nosy, they were looking for handouts. And the guy at the bar says, well, you'll find those kind of people here. And the second guy goes up to the bar and he goes to the guy and he goes, what kind of people live here? And the guy at the bar goes, well, what kind of people lived at where you came from? And the guy goes, well, mostly hardworking people, they reaped what they sowed, they were God-fearing, they were this, they were that, just overall positive qualities. And the guy said, well, you will find people here that are like that. And that's the thing, like how we frame things in our mind, how we view others, how we view the world is simply going to be reflected to us. Like if you come into a room with a negative attitude, people are going to look at you negatively. If you come into a room and you're smiling and you're happy and you're telling jokes, people are going to be more likely to be more pleasant to you. No matter the circumstances, no matter the situation, like this will always carry and this will always shine through. And it's so important, especially now, because it feels like the sentiment online is, woe is me. Oh my God, it's so unfair. Look at how high taxes are. The job market's terrible. You can go to college and not get a job. It's just, it's baffling me that like we have these negative beliefs. We have these negative things that we're constantly telling ourselves, and we expect the world to be pleasant. And when you start changing the way that you view the world, when you start seeing the good in every single scenario, the silver lining in every single thing, like your life will transform before your eyes. And it all starts with how you approach things, how you view things. And the second thing I really want to talk about from this book is the concept that only 8% of your worries are actually legitimate. And what this means is, like, think of everything that you struggle with on a daily basis. You know what? Oh, I'm losing my hair. Oh my God. Or, oh, that's the girl of my dreams. Like, what if I ask her out and she says no? What if she's talking to my best friend? What about this? What about that? And it's just like, most of the things we suffer from in our own mind. It was Seneca that said that we suffer more in our own minds than we do in reality. And what this means is that you're always going to hype things up in your head. You're always going to make them seem worse than they are. And you know what? The only thing that worrying does is bring more worrying. The second you start saying, I have a million problems, I have 1,000 things I have to do, oh my God, this is going to be the worst week ever, this is going to be this is going to be that, like, it's going to be a snowball effect. But you know what? Just start with the biggest thing first. Start with the biggest issue. Address that first. Fix that problem first. Turn that problem into a project. Reframe it in your mind as something that you can accomplish. Get that done, and everything else seems easy. Once you get the biggest thing out of the way, everything else kind of just falls into place, and you realize, like, oh, I really just had this one big issue and I was trying to look at 1,000 things at once, but when I just looked at this one thing, they all just disappeared. And it's frustrating that we live our lives in this way. It's frustrating that we choose to view things in this way. But again, it's all about how you frame things. It's all about how you put things in perspective and reframe things in your mind and show people that, like, you don't have to believe certain things if they don't benefit you. Like, you have to just fixate on what's important. Like, all you can do is be present in each and every moment. All you can do is understand that I can't worry about what I'm going to do in 2 hours because I have to do this new project now for the next 2 hours. I can't worry about what I have to get done by tomorrow because I have to do this one task first. And when you can compartmentalize these things, when you can focus on one thing at a time, when you can understand that most of your worries aren't real worries, they're just you being anxious, you being fearful, you not taking action, you procrastinating, like, they just disappear. It's that simple. So I will again tell you to pick up this book. This book is tremendous. This book is, honestly, it's a quick read. It's really fast and it has tons of wisdom in it. I'm probably going to go through all of Earl Nightingale's books pretty soon, but this is another gem. This is something that if you want a quick read, if you want something that's very, very likely to transform the way you think and the way you live, like, I can't suggest a better book. So the link to this book will be in the description. Thank you so much for making this far. I will catch you next one. On top of that, I don't know when this video is going to come out. I don't know if it's going to be out tomorrow. I don't know if it's going to be out in a week. I post them when I feel like it, and it's a gut feeling, so I'll just throw it out whenever. But if you're seeing this, this means this channel hit 750 subscribers. It's crazy to think that I could say that so quickly. I knew it was going to happen eventually, but the growth has just really been astounding to me lately, and it's really just, it goes to show that, like, people are seeking out better ideas. People are seeking out better ways to think, and, like, I'm not saying that I think better than people, but I'm bringing different ideas from different authors, and it's really fun to do. It's really interesting to do, and the more interesting part about this is, like, I'm sharing things that I'm learning, but when I'm sharing them, I learn them even more because I have to explain them. I have to conceptualize them. I have to put it in a way that somebody could understand 300, 400 pages of a book in a few minutes of a video. And it's really gone a long way to improve my communication skills, improve my thinking skills, and it's awesome that you guys are just joining me for this journey because it's so fun. And if you want to be a part of this community, if you want to be a part of the growing movement that I feel like this is turning into, I have a Discord. I'm trying to get more people in it. I'm trying to get it more active. I'm trying to get more people suggesting books, suggesting ideas, putting good thoughts out there, because there's too many people in this world that are stagnating, that are blaming others for their lives and aren't taking responsibility for themselves, aren't moving in a forward direction, aren't moving in a positive direction. And if we could just start to flip the switch on this, if we could just start to build a community of people that are driving forward, and I think this would go a long way to really fixing a lot of the issues in this world. So thank you so much for making this far. Thanks again for all the support, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.